Okay, welcome back. Last time we started up our adventure in the Unova region, and before we do anything else, I'm remembering to set the battle set, which I really should have done at the start of the last episode. So, in between episodes, I did a bit of grinding. We're still here in Stratton City, but Oshawott has gone up to level 11, and I trained up Scout and Lillipup both to level 9. Scout and Lillipup both learned Bite, with Scout learning Bide and Lillipup learning Uda Sleuth. Oshawott also learned Water Sport, but honestly, it's probably not really worth noting because, well, it's water sport. I'm more than likely never going to use it. So now, let's quickly put Oshawott back to the front of the party because, honestly, well, I kind of want Oshawott to get some more experience. And hopefully we can get through today's episode without any losses because, well, we have our first gym battle today and we have 2 rival battles. Maybe 2 rival battles. We definitely have one. Depending on how long everything else takes, the other one might be today, it might not. Anyway, we fight this girl, and she has 2 Purloins. They both have the same moveset, because they're both... well, they're the same Pokemon at the same level. They both have Scratch, Growl, Sand Attack, and Assist. So basically, she's going to try to do... basically, she's going to do everything in her power to slow us down, basically. Just by spamming Sand Attack. It's like, hey, where'd your accuracy go? Where'd your accuracy go? It's just like... please don't do this game. No one likes accuracy spam. Like, it's one of those strategies where, even when I end up using it, I feel bad when I win, but it's one of those strategies where, I can use it and feel bad about winning. Okay, what I'm gonna do is actually swap to Scout, because every time I ever play this game, I always rely on Lillipup more. Honestly, I do genuinely prefer Lillipup and its evolutions as a Pokemon. But at the same time, I don't think I've ever really given Watchog, a fair shot. So I kind of want to try using it a bit more. But at the same time, I feel like... that's probably good. There. I feel like that's probably going to be a terrible idea. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take a chance here. I'm going to go for Tackle here. And I'm going to go for Bide. And now, the game won't attack me anyway, so I'm going to have wasted my time. Okay, Assist gets Growl, of course. Why wouldn't it get Growl? Maybe they'll go for an actual attack. I doubt it. Yep, there's Sand Attack. Honestly, early game, Purloin is going to be the bane of my absolute life because I don't have access to bug moves or fighting moves. So, yeah, it's going to just be a little bit of an annoyance early. So let's swap back to Oshawott and just go for Water Gun, I think. Honestly, I probably shouldn't be using Oshawott, but I think I can handle the gym leader with the gift Pokemon we're going to be getting soon. I say that, but with what should probably be like a 5-level gap, I don't actually know if it will, because I'll be real, the gift Pokemon we are getting is not very good. And also, I don't really have anything to say here, we're just getting spammed with Sand Attack. I feel like accuracy checks are something that no one enjoys. Okay, we still need to hit them one more time. But one more hit, and then we are guaranteed to win here. So there's no way it takes one more. There we go, 10 out of 10. The Purloin nightmare is over. And Oshawott goes up to level 12. I'm probably going to try to get Oshawott to level 13 before the gym leader. And, well, I say that, but I know the gym leader will be level 14 and 17, I think. So this boy right here will have 2 Patrats and a Lillipup. He won't be too difficult. He's Unova's youngster Joey, as you just saw his name. And, well, hopefully we can get through this without any issues. But basically, I want to have Oshawott be a little bit stronger because I want to be able to just Water Gun. I want to be able to hit Water Gun on the gym leader's Lillipup and hopefully get through that way. Because I think Lillipup is slightly stronger on its physical defense than its special. So basically, I'm going for the strategy of, well, what if I just hit it with Water Gun a whole bunch? Obviously, I don't have access to the Mystic Water just yet. To power up my water moves, I'll get access to that in Nacrene City, I think. So that'll be just before the second gym. And honestly, I do want to get as much use out of Oshawott as I can while I can, because honestly, it'll be useful a bit in the second gym, I'll be a little hesitant about it in the 3rd. I'm absolutely not using it in the 4th. I'm also just getting rid of Water Spot immediately for focus energy. It'll be very useful in the 5th, kind of okay in the 6th, okay in the 7th, then back to not great for the 8th. I'm going to pick up this X-Defend that I can never use, and talk to this girl who will give us a elemental monkey Pokemon. Depending on which starter we picked, we will get the one that we are good against. Because we have the one that we're good against because it counts as a Pokemon that we're bad against. So basically, we have water, so we got the fire one. And it is Careful Natured, which in this case is terrible for me. But at the same time, honestly, Pansear is not a particularly good Pokemon in general. To be totally honest, I think the one you're best off with out of all 3 elemental monkeys is probably Panpour, because that one at least gets Scald at like level 22. So you get a quite frankly ridiculously good move on a not great Pokemon very early game. Like, you can get that before the 3rd gym. And then you get the TM for it before the 5th, so yeah, that's pretty good. So yeah, unfortunately, Pansear does start with Incinerate, which is nice because it can get rid of berries, but at the same time, it's just not a good move. Like, it is straight up a bad move. It's weaker than Ember. So basically, Sharon will just be here and pretty much explain, hey, I want to test items in battle. Will you have another battle with me? You obviously have to battle him again before you can move on with the game. So unfortunately, we can actually get one use out of Incinerate here by burning up the Oran Berry that he's given to us, Snivy. However, on the plus side, I do now have a fire type, so I guess it's coverage, I guess, but it is absolutely not a strong Pokemon is the thing. And, like, here's the thing, I've tried using Pansear and Simisear in a casual playthrough. By the time it gets all of the moves that I would want it to have before I would want it to evolve, well, it'll be level 43. I do not see myself carrying this thing to level 43 without it dying, unless I get something either A, just short of a miracle, B, like, unless I get something just short of a miracle, or, like, run out of other options, basically. But at the same time, by the time I would get to that point, I would have had access to potentially getting a Darmanitan. And Darmanitan is incredibly powerful. Darmanitan has like a base 140 attack or something. It hits like a train. It's like Sheer Force Fire Punch. Yeah, that'll do a lot of damage. Obviously, I won't be able to pick up a Choice Band or anything in this game, but it will still hit. Like, I wouldn't be able to get a Choice Band or anything for it, but at the same time, if it hits something, it's gonna, like, whatever gets hit is gonna feel it. Like, it's gonna know it got hit. Okay, Tackle will do like 4, it does 7, but that's fine, because our Tackle, well, we have Stab Tackle, it should do a lot of damage early game. Of course, I say that and it immediately does very little, and they go straight for Sand Attack because Purloins say no fun allowed. Also, fun fact about Sharon, just as a trainer, he will actually lead with his Snivy for the next couple of battles we have with him. He'll actually change his lead. I think he changes his lead after the 3rd gym to use his Pidove, and then he changes again after the 4th gym to use his Liepard. Weirdly enough, he has a Liepard after the 3rd gym, but he doesn't lead with it until after the 4th. And after that point, he always leads with it. And then, I don't think we see his full team, like his full 6 Pokemon team, until post-game. But honestly, his end-game team is really solid. You know, Elemental Monkey, Liepard, and Unpheasant aside, he has like half a really good team. He has this... Actually, what is his last Pokemon? There's one Pokemon on his team, but I'm forgetting. Like, I know he gets a Haxorus. Haxorus is ridiculously good. Okay, so, first thing... Oh, he has Gigalith, that's what it is. Okay, sorry about that. Momentary inconvenience aside. This is Clyde. He will give us a fresh water in every single gym in Gen 5, in Gen 6, and in Gen 8. You don't get one in Gen 7, if I recall correctly, because you're doing the island trials and not gyms. And I don't think you get one in Gen 9, because why would you? It's like, Gen 9 is like ridiculously easy from what I remember. Okay, so, also, this gym is very interesting. It's interesting in the sense that it doesn't have like a set type, because the trainers in here, there's 2 trainers you fight before the gym leader, you have to fight both of them, and one of them has a Lillipup, this guy has a Lillipup, and the girl after him has a Patrat and a Purloin. So basically, you fight all of the Pokemon that you would have seen up to this point on your way through this gym. Like, every wild encounter you could have ran into on your way up to here, you will run into here. And after that, you have to fight the gym leader, who has a Lillipup of their own, and the elemental monkey that you are weak to. Well, that your starter is weak to. And, okay, flinch. I hate getting flinched. It's, like, getting flinched is always, like, one of the most... I think getting flinched might be the most nerve-wracking momentary status thing. Because it's like, cool, I can't move this turn. And at that moment it's just like, okay, cool, I think I just lost. But we should be able to finish off this Lillipup now. Okay, tackle didn't kill, that's fine. That's fine, we're safe, we win. So yeah, this is a gym that doesn't have a set typing. So honestly, just that alone makes it one of the most interesting gyms in the series. But on top of that, you do get one little nice thing. Because pretty much, if you haven't figured out the type matchups by this point, the game will teach you them via this first gym. So honestly, I think that's... If I was a first-time Pokemon player and this was my first Pokemon game, I think I would appreciate that. I mean, obviously I feel like I would have partially learned it by then. But like, you know, you see the giant curtain with water, it's like you see the giant fire curtain, you stand on the water symbol and it opens. So you see the water one, you stand on the leaf one, and it opens. It's a nice little kind of just test to see if you've learned the early game type matchups. You know, the basic fire, water, grass triangle, have you learned it? If not, learn it now. Okay, so, how close is Oshawott? I am going to... I'm going to lead with Lillipup for this one, I think. I'm going to lead with Lillipup for this one. I know I said, like, 5 minutes ago or something, that I was going to try to put some emphasis on actually using Scout and trying to get a Watchog. Because I've never really used one in a playthrough. But then I realized, in a situation like this, where if I lose more than just for one Pokemon, yeah, I feel like I should probably just rely on the stronger Pokemon. And there's Bide, that's going to be a problem. I'm hoping for no crits. Okay, you know what, if I'd gotten a crit, that would have been fine. But now I can just Leer. I can use Lure's defense. And now it'll hit me with Bide. It won't knock me out. Okay, it comes pretty close though. And I can finish it off with a crit. Where was that crit the first time? If I got that crit turn 1, I wouldn't have needed to worry about the Bide damage. Okay, and up comes Purloin. I don't think this thing should have Fury Swipes yet. Never mind, as you're going to go for Sand Attack anyway. Honestly, I kind of want to know why these things only seem to go for Sand Attack. Like, part of me wants, like... Well... Only two. Yes! Okay, I don't need to worry about Pursuit, so I can swap out. I don't need to worry about Pursuit yet. Okay, that was dangerously close. But yeah, I feel like it might always go for... Maybe it goes for, like, Assist and all of the like, status moves, because it has Prankster. That could be the case. But either way, we can now just bring down this Purloin. Also, 10 out of 10, I'm so glad I only got hit with 2 Fury Swipes there, because, well, you saw how much health I lived on there. 3, one more, would have absolutely killed Lillipup, which would have absolutely just taken Patrat with it. And, well, I don't really want to have to risk that. Because you know what, I don't really want to have to do this gym battle with just Oshawott and Pansear. And by that I mean, I don't want to have to do this battle with just Oshawott, because Pansear is not very good. Like, I mean, it'll get better over time, obviously. It'll get Flame Burst level 22, which, yeah, it's a base 70 fire move, so that's okay. It still falls behind the other two, because because Pan Sage would get Seed Bomb, and Pan Paul would get Scald. Both of those are base 80. Well, Scald's like straight up maybe the best move in the game, so you know, like high chance to burn and a solid stab at water move. So yeah, it's really strong. And anyway, Silent now introduces his brothers, Chili and Crass. Depending on your starter, you will fight the one that you are weak against. And so obviously, since we chose water, we fight grass. If we chose fire, we'd fight water, and if we chose grass, we'd fight fire. For a second, I nearly said since we chosen water, we'd fight fire. But no, now I lead with Oshawott again, and I'm going to quickly give everyone Oran Berries. Thanks, Sharon, for those. And by that I mean I'm going to give Oshawott, Lillipup, and Pansear the Oran Berries, just in case they take a little bit of damage, so I can heal that up. Because obviously I can use held items in battle, but I'm not allowed to just like throw a super potion at my Pokemon. And now we get our first genuine gym battle against Silent, named after Cilantro, which honestly, prior to playing this game, I had never heard of. So yeah, he leads with a Lillipup, level 14, and I'm going to just go for Water Gun. So basically this thing will try spam and Work Up. Work Up raises both attack stats. So honestly, even at just +1, this could be very dangerous. So basically, Stab Tackle in the early game is no laughing matter. Like, Stab Tackle early game, it can hit pretty darn hard. Fortunately, okay, that's too much damage actually. Hopefully it won't, but if it goes for Tackle here, I lose Oshawott. Never mind, he heals. I should have actually gone for Focus Energy. I should have gone for Focus Energy to increase my potential chance to crit. Okay, we live the bite. We do heal with the Oran Berry, but it's not going to be enough to save us from another attack. So now I need to swap out. So I will swap to my Lillipup. I'll swap to my Lillipup and try to keep Pansear just kind of full health for his inevitable Pan Sage. Okay, that brings us up to 23, so we should manage to live another one, barely. Unless we flinch, but we don't. We land the tackle and we bring down the Lillipup. Success. And our Lillipup goes up level 12, doesn't learn anything. No, I want to learn Helping Hand. We aren't learning Helping Hand, so that doesn't make much of a difference. Oshawott goes up level, and we are pretty much in a horrible situation here. But Pansage is level 17. It won't have Leech Seed yet, I don't think. I think it gets that like level 19, but it's still going to be a bit dangerous. Okay, so he goes for Work Up, which obviously is going to be a bit of a hassle for us. So I'm going to go for Lick, because Lick, while it isn't a particularly strong move, it does give us a chance at Paralysis. And if I can get a Paralysis status effect, that could be huge. There we go, we get the Paralysis, and now we should outspeed with everyone else. All of our other Pokemon should now outspeed, so even if I lose something, I should be in a pretty good position. And to basically just be able to outspeed, hit him, and knock out whatever he sends in. So now, let's just keep going for Incinerate. Pretty much, I just now need to... I now basically just need to try to spam Incinerate to victory. But what I'm also going to do is I'm going to try to Leer once, maybe twice. Because if I can lure its defense enough, that's actually doing a lot of damage for a resisted move now. Like, that was resisted and still did about half. But I do need to remember, this will bring me up again now, because I do have the Oran Berry. So that's nice. I'm now in a heal, okay, yeah, I'm healed back up again. And so I'm pretty much safe now, I think I guaranteed win now. Unless this crits. It doesn't, but it knocks Pansear very low. But one more Incinerate should bring down this Pansage. And that, barely, it was close, but we do manage to win our first badge now. And Pansear wants to learn Fury Swipes. I'm going to get rid of Scratch for that. Maybe that's a bad decision, but I've done it now. And with that, we managed to beat Silent in a very close call. Seems like not even Chili or Crest could beat you. I don't know. We never fought them, so we don't actually know that. But we can now add the Trio badge to the layout. Okay, so with that, we now have our first badge. And well, my stress levels were kind of through the roof in that one. And we also get a TM for work up, which is kind of nice. I will update the level cap in the next episode, but my new level cap is 22. I also need to remember a heal before I go and do this thing at the Dream Yard, because now we're going to get introduced to Fennel, who will basically introduce us to a now defunct gameplay mechanic, which is like Dream Mist in the Pokemon Dream World. I'm pretty sure that this mechanic no longer works anymore, but this was actually tied to hidden abilities back in the day. Back in the day, before we just had, like, ability capsules and everything. So, yeah, that was an interesting little thing. We also have HM for Cut, which I will be teaching to Scout, because Scout is probably going to be going in the box now that I think about it. I know that I said, I know that I basically started this episode by going, hey, yeah, I'm going to try to use this Watchog. No, I've changed my mind. Also, this is Amanita. She will run the PC for us. So now we know who basically runs the PC system, which is kind of nice. And, well, let's quickly run back and heal. Basically, what Fennel said is, hey, there's this thing called Game Sync, and we need like, some Dream Mist to get it to work. Hey, can you go to the Dream Yard and try to get some for us? And so, now we have to go to the Dream Yard, where we will encounter the Dream Pokemon Money. Which, in just a moment, because I need to teach Cut to my Patrat. I could teach it to Pansear, but I'd rather teach it to this. Mostly because, well, you know, Cut is a normal move, so, you know, normal stab. And also, I'm more likely to use the Pansear more. Like, I'm more likely to stick with using the Pansear than I am the Patrat, so, yeah, that's what I'm going for here. Okay, so now we cut this tree, and Bianca will run up right as we go through here, because she is involved in this story section. Now the question is, what do I lead with? I'm going to lead with Lillipup, because Lillipup will evolve at level 16. So I'm just going to try to get those levels, I think. You're looking for a mysterious Pokemon too? Well, so let's just go. Well, that's Money around here somewhere. Hey, did you hear that sound coming from the other side of the wall? Come on, let's go see. And, well, here is Money, which could be an encounter that I could get here. Wait, and, well, here comes Team Plasma for our first proper interaction with them. And basically, they just beat up this Money. They just, like, start kicking it to try to get it to produce the Dream Mist. Who are you? What you're doing? Are you talking about us? We're Team Plasma. We battle all day and night to liberate Pokemon from foolish humans. What are we doing? Pokemon Mona and Moshana emit a mysterious vapor called Dream Mist, which shows people's dreams. We're going to use that to make people want to release their Pokemon. We'll show them dreams to manipulate their hearts. And so basically, this guy assumes, I know, what if we just kick it? Because that'll solve its issues too. That's right, we're Pokemon trainers too, but we're fighting for a different reason. Unlike you two, we're fighting for the freedom of Pokemon. And setting Pokemon free means that we win Pokemon battles and take Pokemon by force. So, on that note, we're going to rescue your Pokemon from you. So basically, this right here, that one line, pretty much just explains a lot of what people skip about Team Plasma. Because a common thing you see about Team Plasma is when people decry them for being terrible, is just the statement of, well, if they're trying to release Pokemon, why do they use Pokemon themselves? They literally just explained it. Like, they have been on screen in total, like, 4 minutes, like, across this and the thing at Accumula Town, and they already explain it. It's like, yeah, they'll... It's pretty much the... You know the meme image of just, like... How do I define it? It's like the, oh, you complain about it, yet you still live in a society, how about that? It's basically that argument. Anyway, if I find the meme image, I might just bring it up. But anyway, Lillipup will just single-handedly tackle its way through these two, because honestly, Team Plasma Grunts, even with a 20% boost, are still clowns, and I'm still a higher level than them, and they're never going to be an issue for me. Like, if I start having issues with Team Plasma Grunts, then either I'm playing a randomizer, or something has gone drastically wrong. Can't believe we lost, but we have to obtain the Dream Mist. So let's go back to kicking the Money. And so, well, now it shows them what they don't want to see. What are you two doing goofing off? We, Team Plasma, shall separate Pokemon from foolish people. If you can't fulfill your duties, this isn't Getsus when he's gathering followers, or Getsus is when he's trying to control people by tricking them with speeches. Yeah, this is Getsus when the plan's failed and he's about to issue punishment. At any rate, let's hurry and say we're sorry so he forgives us. So basically, Mushana, more accurately, basically just created a mental image of Getsus for them to basically scare them off. So yeah, that's basically what happens. And now, Fennel runs in and is like, hey, you couldn't wait, is that a Mushana? Cool, you found one. And now Munna and Mushana leave, but they also leave us some Dream Mist. Like, I know that this ties into, like, the extra link. I'll be honest, in my time playing this, I never really used the extra link. But hey, Mushana evolved from Munna, so seeing Munna in trouble, it used its power, making dreams in reality to save Munna. And now, we do have the Dream Mist, which is kinda nice, not gonna lie. Okay, with that, she can complete her research. But now, I now need to go and get my encounter in here, because honestly, I'm never coming back here again. And not until, like, there is a thing here in post-game. Like, hang on, wait. Because in the post-game, I should do this on my way out. In the post-game, this cone gets removed, and you can actually explore more of the place, and it's a way higher level. And there's also a static Mushana that appears on, I think it's like Fridays? I think it's Fridays. But anyway, I can get an encounter in here, and I'll be totally honest, I'm not really looking forward to whatever it'll be, because I don't think there's anything particularly good that I can get in here. Like, I could get Munna, but by the time I would level it up to a point where I would feel comfortable with it, it would be like mid-level 30s. And honestly, it's too slow, and I think it's too frail for me to really want one. But at the same time, Patrat is dupes. But on the plus side, that means I can just run from it. On the plus side, that means I can just run away from it like a big hero and encounter something else. Actually, now that I think about it, I think my only options are like Munna. Yeah, I think my only options here may actually be Munna and Purloin, unless I choose to take a duplicate. But obviously, I probably shouldn't. Although, Munna might not be too bad early game. Wow, I have found 3 Patrats in a row. So, hopefully I can find something else by the time I end off this episode. So, hopefully we can find something else. Come on, game. I know it's not just Patrat around here. Okay, we found a Purloin. So that does mean we won't be able to get... That means we'll never be able to potentially get a Mushana, but that's perfectly fine by me. Because honestly, I'd probably never use it anyway. So, now, I can quickly, well, grab this Purloin, hopefully. Hopefully, this won't cause me any issues. And I think it evolves at level 20, same as a lot of my other Pokemon. And, okay, Lullapup did a lot of damage there. I should have expected that, stab, tackle and all. But now it's in the yellow, so this should comfortably just catch the Purloin, right? 2, 3, click. 10 out of 10, we now have the Purloin. I still don't have a name planned for this. The devious Pokemon. They steal from people for fun, but their victims can't help but forgive them, because their deceptively cute act is perfect. Okay, once again, I can just, like, open up PK Hex and rename stuff if I need to. But let's have a quick look at this Purloin. It is naughty-natured with Unburden. Honestly, Purloin and Liepard are pretty fast to begin with, so that's not too bad. But also, I mean, it can use Scratch for higher damage, so that's not too bad. So, before I go and heal and end off the episode, I'm going to go back and talk to Fennel again, who will give us the Sea Gear. And also, basically just thank us for our help. So, basically, ta-da! Yeah, give you the Sea Gear to use. Unfortunately, this is basically another defunct thing that we don't need, but on the plus side, at least the Sea Gear looks kinda cool. It's like, hey, please don't use it when you're, like, near hospitals or on planes. And all that jazz. And now, well, it quickly just has to turn itself on. yeah, I'll never actually use this. But I will, however, do a couple of things first. I'm just going to skip all this text because, honestly, they're explaining something that I will never use, just like getting the PAL pad, something else that I'll never use. Okay, so with that, we can now leave here. But before that, that's not the button I want to do. I want to... How do I do this? Is it this? No. I know there's a button that can change the shape on these. There we go. I want the stars. 10 out of 10. Okay, there we go. We have stars. We have stars. I just think they look cool. And now we can leave. Well, now we're actually done with Stryton City. We never actually have to come back. However, I'm gonna end off today's episode here because, well, we are about half an hour in, and 2, we do have a rival battle coming up at pretty much the start of the next episode. Like, in the next episode, we'll be making our way down to Necrene City, but we'll have a fair bit of stuff to do. So, yeah. Like, we have a Team Plasma, another Team Plasma encounter, a couple of regular encounters, and another rifle battle on our way there. So, feel free to leave, so I'm going to end this one off here. Feel free to leave a comment or click any of the buttons below if you feel so inclined, and I will hopefully see you all in the next one. Okay, thanks for watching. Later.